What's up, yo? So today's video is on a warm down you can do after skating. This is the routine that I follow every time I go out to skate, and I try to do it twice a week as well. So some key things to keep in mind. I made this routine and I've stolen like one or two things from other stretch routines and other programs, but it's largely designed to suit myself and my needs. You should make the effort to find something that works for you. Yeah, this is what I found over the last 3 years of doing this. So yeah, and it's really improved my flexibility. Makes me feel a lot better after a skate session. You know, the next day as well, I'm not like so super stiff or in pain or cramped up. So it's def worth trying. So yeah, I recommend you guys also do the same. Maybe follow this, and then if there's like something you feel isn't getting stretched, look it up. And yeah, so as you go into this, one main important thing is we're not trying to stretch the muscle completely. Like, we're not trying to make it like, you know, stretch it out completely. The goal is to get into that position and just get the muscle to, get stretched, but not force it or push it. If you feel like you're pushing it, then your body tenses up. And the way this whole flexibility thing works is that if your muscle is stretched beyond the point that your body is used to, then your body tenses up, and like a signal that, yeah, it's like you're doing something wrong. So the idea is to take it step by step, be slow, and usually you will get better with time. And yeah, so let's get into it. So the first thing, I like to start from the top of the body going down. So I start with the lower back, then I go to the hip area, then from the hip area I go to the calves, to the thighs, then from the thighs I go down to the calves. And yeah, and then as well there's a guide to all this and working out as well and stuff that will help you become a better skater and really improve your strength and the like. So alright, bet. So the first set of stretches is for the back, and it's basically this. Alright, so with those stretches, you should feel the first stretch about here, and the second one you should feel it more intensely about here. Then from there, the next one, which is for this part as well, is you do this and you gently. Alright, so this next set of stretches is for the hips. Now, I stole some of these, or I borrowed some of these from GMB Fitness. They have like a really good guide. So areas will be targeting like this general area, this as well, a bit of the ass as well, and then especially like the inner groin area. And yeah, so if you're trying to do a squat or anything, you need to have a flexible hip area. That's usually the key thing. So let's get into it. So the first stretch I'm gonna do stretches this area and this area. So you should really feel it about like here. And with this stretch I feel it usually about like here, and a bit of pinching in the groin sometimes. Cool. So this next one stretches the ass or the gluteus. This next one again stretches this bit. Okay. Back. So this bouncing that you see that I'm doing just is kind of moving in and out of the position gently, allowing the muscle to warm up. When I do this and I start to feel a bit comfortable, I go in for the deeper stretches. What's next? So this next one is a bit tough. So it helps with internal rotation, and yeah, so you get into like a with your legs at a 90-degree angle with each other. So imagine a corner here. With this one, you're meant to feel this stretch. You're meant to feel a bit of stretching here, but I also feel like pinching here. I don't know if it's correct. I might be doing this one wrong, but you're meant to feel a bit of stretching here. So you want to bring your chest and straight back over the foot. And this one, it can be kind of tough. So basically what you want to do, you want to keep this leg flat, and then this one should be at that 90-degree sort of angle. And then what you're going to do is, this really helps open up the hip. And usually if you have back pain as well, or if your back is compensating too much for what your hips do, which is often the cause of back pain, this can help open up this sort of area. So you kind of want to lift your leg up like that, and you just want to do this like 10 times. Okay. Cool. And then sometimes if I don't feel like a certain area is stretched enough, I like to go back and do it again. So, this next part is a bit more intense. Well, for me personally, it's stretching the thighs. I don't know why, but I have like really tense thighs and like this area as well. So usually a lot of work for me. So it takes time. Yeah, it takes a bit of time for me. So yeah. Okay. So this stretch should stretch this kind of area. I usually do this when I have tightness in this sort of area, and it helps open that up. So like with the other things, you want to kind of go in like shallow a couple times, and then when you feel the muscles warmed in, you can really go like deep or whatever. Right, so that was just the warm up. This is like the actual stretch. Okay. The next stretch should stretch like this section. So the one before was to stretch this, but then now this one stretches this. You can achieve the same with like the frog pose or whatever, but I find that this is a bit more gentle and allows me to focus on one leg, and it takes a bit longer, but it's less stressful. So yeah, just do that. Focus. Kind of want to bring your leg perpendicular with this one, and then just kind of rock back and forth gently. Yeah. Okay. So the next one again stretches this area. This time I'm gonna be pulling up this way. I'm gonna grab your leg like that and then stand tall. You wanna push your like this area forward, and then you should feel the stretch like there. Sometimes it's hard to get back. Good, but it's gonna stretch like this part. So you wanna find something that's about the same height as your hips or slightly higher. So I'm gonna use that chair to demonstrate, but it's not what I usually use. I use the headboard of my bed. But yeah, it's just to show you. Okay, so for this next one, it's to stretch your calves. I'm using this as a substitute. On a staircase, what you need is a hard, stable surface with an edge. And yeah, so the stretch is basically this and that. Basically for that one, you kind of, I like to bounce up in and out of the stretch position a couple of times, and that warms the muscle up and I'm able to go deeper and really like stretch it out. And then to use shoes, because that way I have uh, better leverage and I can really like stretch uh, the muscle out. Okay. So the last stretch is just touching your toes, and then and this works out or stretches this area, this sort of whole area. Um, I usually have a lot of trouble with this stretch, so I like to allow my body to relax into the position, and then I bounce a couple of times in and out, and I might do it once or twice just to really get comfortable and ensure that I have like a proper stretch. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for most of the stretches. And I like to touch the ankle here, this side and this side a little bit, again gently. Then in addition to this, I like to do some assisted squats just to make sure like the area is like properly warmed up. So basically what I mean by assisted is you could even do it with like a table, kind of. Basically with the squats it's the same idea as well. Kind of even though I've already stretched and warmed up, there's still some bits and pieces that feel stiff when I go into the squat position. Be able to move in and out of those positions sort of gently, and allows me to like warm them up as well. And then after a while, when I sit into it, it feels sort of natural. And then yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Key thing again, don't overstretch. If the stretch is causing you pain, then stop and find a alternative exercise that's less intense and won't hurt you as much. If a stretch is causing you pain, then you're just basically teaching that muscle in your brain that that particular muscle can't be stretched and it keeps it stiff. That's just basically my stretch routine. And then if you do it correctly, if you do it over time as well, you should be able to get into the longboard positions with ease, the tuck, the hillside squat with ease, and you should be good. So yeah, that's it for today. So thanks for watching. Thanks once again to all my Patreon subscribers, my patrons, Superbad Juju, Mogi, Jed, Andrew J, and Jan. Appreciate y'all, and I hope this workout thing has been useful and that some of you will apply it